Trevor Lawrence, quarterback Trevor Lawrence of the Jacksonville Jaguars. So remember, Trevor Lawrence was being drafted as a top 8 quarterback this past offseason. He was top 5 in rate of top 5 weeks. Okay, in best ball last year, 25% rate. That was better than Burrow. That was better than Justin Fields. It was one of the tops. And so we saw some major spike weeks last season for Trevor Lawrence. But this year, he's quarterback 18 and only 7 passing touchdowns in 6 games. That's not getting it done. He's not finished as a top 7 quarterback in any week. He finished outside of the top 10 in all but 1 week. That week was week 1 against Indy. In fact, the 2 best games of the season, pretty much rankings wise, weekly rankings wise, has been against Indianapolis. And now it's New Orleans. So Trevor Lawrence is a player that I'm trepidatious in ranking this week. I'll pull up my rankings. If you go to bestbellfantasy.com and you look at weekly rankings, I've got a rankings tab at the top. I've updated weekly rankings for week 7. So you can check out my rankings as I update them there. But for right now, Trevor Lawrence is my quarterback 14 on the week. He is questionable coming into this game too. So there are reasons to be finding other options. If you want to start like Brock Purdy, of course, against Minnesota, I love that matchup. And you're starting Brock Purdy no matter what, but just giving you some options. You can consider, I would still have Trevor Lawrence over the Baker Mayfields of the world, the Josh Dobbs, the Derek Carrs of the world, but Trevor Lawrence is outside the top 12 for this week. I have Sam Howell ranked ahead. I have Jared Goff ranked ahead, even though I'm probably going to be lower than consensus when the dust settles on Jared Goff. Trevor Lawrence is going to be a quarterback that you need 3 passing touchdowns from him, or you need 2 passing touchdowns and 40 rushing yards. And that's not looking like it's going to be a good bet with the ranking of quarterback 14. His ECR is 14 right now. If you guys like the content, you found this helpful, make sure you guys are smashing that YouTube subscribe button, the red subscribe button. Right now, he's quarterback 15 in fantasy points per game, officially questionable with a knee injury. He got injured, remember, at the end of the week 6 game. So Trevor Lawrence is a player that we're probably looking to bench or move away from in your 1 quarterback leagues. You're probably a better bet at streaming, given that he's questionable, given that New Orleans is always a tough matchup. And this game is on the road. Granted, it is in a dome, but yeah, Jacksonville traveling on a short week with an injured quarterback. This is a recipe for a tough sledding for Trevor Lawrence. So I have him outside of the top 12 for Thursday. You're probably looking elsewhere.